This is a poem I wrote for my grandmother back in 2021. It reminded me of some of the most beautiful moments from my childhood, just watching her cook and make culinary magic in the kitchen. And I titled it Mama's Kitchen. You learn to cook from watching your grandmother from your little bench in the kitchen. She cooks with her whole self, dancing between counters and sinuous movements to grab seasonings from off the shelf. With strong hands and nimble fingers, she forms small balls of dough for the fried bakes that make your mouth water. Perfectly done, crispy outside and steaming, cloudy softness inside. Bliss. She never measures anything, but by some unspoken ancestral agreement, she's passing down her knowledge to your silent observance. And one day, these recipes will be yours. You will just know. Your grandmother teaches without speaking. And that is how you learn. You never ask questions. You just watch and listen. She rewards you with the cake bowls with tasty batter to lick. You wash up promptly. You never interrupt the magic. But you note when her face registers pleasure or concern. You note all the little corrective measures she takes. You soak it all in until one day you are making the sublime curry goat. You are making the heavenly coconut turnovers. And being the child of your grandmother, you can turn out perfect cakes with your eyes closed. When you taste them, it brings back the memory of that sacred kitchen, when she would take her cakes out of the oven, and there was always a small one that you knew was especially for you. And that big warm slice with a glass of milk was one of the ways she showed her love. So now you repeat the ritual with the ones you love. Within you is encyclopedic knowledge of sweet and savory treasures. Sometimes you surprise yourself when you spontaneously prepare something you had no idea you could. But all those days with her in the kitchen, sitting on your little bench, while her transistor radio blared the soundtrack to your ancestral culinary apprenticeship, you learned. Every time you were asked to sample one of her punches that you watched her create, you learned. Her culinary magic is her saving grace, and she wrote that magic in your soul. And of all the many things she taught you, those are the lessons you hold the tightest, the ones that bring the most pleasure to your soul. Rest in peace, Mama.